Welcome to the School of Professional Development, Business English Proficiency, Module 2, Professional Writing Skills, subtitled Workplace Written Communication. What are the learning objectives? 1 is to write effective professional emails and documents. 2, to understand the structure and tone of business writing. 3, to avoid common grammar and style mistakes. And 4, to apply best practices in professional correspondence. If we are writing effective professional emails and documents, the emphasis are on 2 keywords: effective, professional. To be effective, of course, it to mean that you hit your target with your emails and documents. And it's professional because it complies with the rules and styles of your profession. You could be an engineer, you could be an accountant, you could be a medical personnel, or whatever. So for each of these professions, there are rules and styles that must be adhered to. So when you write effective professional emails and documents, it says you hit the target and it's professional. And 2, in order to understand the structure and tone of business writing, you need to know what the structure is in writing for business. And that structure is already laid down for you. What you need to do is get a good sample of business writing in your profession, analyze the structure, the way, the pattern by which it is organized, and then check what the tone is. Is it writing in passive or active? Is it being polite? Is it being rude? You will never find a professional writing that is rude. Is it being firm? These are elements of the tone of writing. And then to avoid common grammar and style mistakes, it's impossible for anybody to write without making mistakes. But there are some common ones that are annoying, that will show that you are not learned, that will indicate that you are just a newcomer, a novice, a learner. So avoid the common grammar and style mistakes and learn from the best in your profession. And then to apply best practices in professional correspondence, that implies also that these practices change from time to time. They get improved. New things are introduced. So when you know that this is the current state of play in your profession in writing, you apply those best practices to your situation and context in your profession. The importance of good writing. It helps to build credibility. Very many times when you receive an email and you read through, you stand back for a moment. You think, is this coming from anybody that is credible? With this kind of language, with this kind of mistakes I can see, with this kind of organization, can this be from a reputable and credible organization or individual. So, good writing helps you to build that credibility. That anybody who reads your message will know that yes, you are credible, you are representing a credible organization, and whatever your message is has to be taken seriously. Good writing enhances clarity. Front and back communication. When the message is not clear, it doesn't help you to save time. It doesn't help you to get to the point you want. It doesn't get you to that bottom line that business is concerned with. So, good writing helps to enhance clarity. When you write very well, your point is clear. I don't have to start asking questions to and fro. What do you mean by this? Is this going to happen? Is this implied in what you are writing? Is the timeline set, confirmed or not? So good writing helps to enhance clarity. And of course, it saves time. Just like I said before, if you have to be asking questions up and down, front and back, you are wasting valuable time. And we all know that in business, time is money. Good writing supports decision making. Quickly, yes, I've read this. What's the next line of action? Who needs to read this? Who needs to act? Direct the message to them. Decision is taken. And business moves on. So clear writing is equal to clear thinking. And vice versa. Clear thinking also helps clear writing. Email writing essentials. There are many. Let me tell you that in the folder that you on writing skills, that you are going to have many samples of writing. We won't be able to cover all the professions, but everything that you find there will be useful. All you need to do is apply them to your professional setting to know what goes. But the essentials will be given to you. How to compose it, paragraphing, the salutations, the closings, and all and on and on and on that like that. So here we say use clear subject lines. Let your subject lines, what you are writing about, be very clear from the word go. Your salutation should be appropriate. Dear sir, dear madam, not to whom it may concern, please. In this business, you have to know who you are corresponding with. Find out before you write. Unless it's something that would have cut across several professions, several businesses, and you do not want to specify any particular one. That's the only time you are allowed to say to whom it may concern. So greet appropriately. Is it a sir? Is it a madam? Is it a chief? Is it a doctor? Is it a professor? Is it what? Be concise and go to the point. Brevity. Clearly state concisely what you want to say. Go to the point. Don't ramble. And then use proper closing. For example, regards, best wishes, best regards, yours truly, and things like that. As applicable in your profession, in your business. Writing reports and memos. Reports, memos, emails, they are the key writing activities in business. You would always have to write reports. You would always have to communicate writing memos. And of course, you always have to write emails. So in doing this, use headers and bullet points for clarity. I want to see 3 things are to be done. Bullet 1, bullet 2, bullet 3, or 1, 2, 3. Clearly, short, so that the reader immediately understands what you want. Then start with the key message. If it's a report, you will always need an executive summary. The executive summary tells you about what, how, when, why, something you are reporting on. So learn to write executive summaries if you are writing reports, so that whoever big bosses don't have time to sit down and read lengthy reports. They want to know what your summary is, what you have decided. They are thinking somebody will have to do that. It's your responsibility to do that. Keep your paragraphs short. Yes, even when the report is lengthy, we want to know that in your paragraphs, the main ideas you are expressing are critical. They are clear. They are concisely put in the paragraphs. If your paragraphs are windy and lengthy and all of that, you lose your reader. And executives don't like that. Time is money. That's a business idiom. Time is money. Then avoid jargons. There's no room for jargons in business writing, either in emails, in memos, in reports. Avoid the use of jargons. As a matter of fact, some of these jargons, some of the executives, some of your peers may not understand them. Now, there are professional tones and styles, depending on your profession, depending on the business line, depending on so many things. So the tone matters. The style matters as well. And here we're talking about the use of active voice. These days, you are not scientists. Even though you were trained as a scientist, you are now working in business. In science writing, the passive exceedingly allowed to write in passive, because nobody wants to take agency. In business, people must take agency. So use the active voice. That's more inviting. That's more propelling you to do something and propelling your reader to do something as well. But be polite, and while you are polite, be firm. Politeness does not mean you are loose. We cannot place you. We don't know precisely where you stand. But you are polite. We would like you to do this. If that is agreed, please go ahead and Don't forget your please. Don't forget your thanks. These are elements of politeness. But we are inviting you to be polite at the same time, be firm. Again, we spoke about jargons earlier on. Here we are talking about slangs. Slangs belong to groups of people, and they are unofficial. So avoid the use of slangs and overly casual language. Use professional language. Use business language. Use business idioms that carry meaning. There are common grammar and style errors. Some of the commonest. We can finish talking about them. There are so many. But these come of the commonest because as executives, as managers, even when some of us are floor personnel, we are expected to write in an elevated manner. So, some of the common grammar and style errors are run-on sentences. Some of us write one sentence in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines. And once you do that, it's difficult to be clear. You are not being clear, you are not being concise, and there are going to be so many errors. We don't know what the subject is, we don't know what the object is in your sentence. That is not expected in business. Misuse of punctuation marks. Many people still have not mastered the use of punctuations. Yes, there are styles that are different from place to place. But there are the commonest punctuation marks rules that we must adhere to. And this is what we are inviting you to learn to do. Again, avoid the overuse of passive voice. As I said, if you are writing a laboratory report, and in this case, is not personal, the person is detached from the activity, from the action that is taking place. But in business, people need to take agency. And when you do this, you cannot speak in passive voice. There will be occasions when you use the passive, but they are very rare. And then capitalization errors. There are rules of capitalization. I've read so many memos, reports, emails that are written by people you would expect will not fall into this trap. But very often people do. So please go and learn the rules of capitalization so as to avoid making capitalization error. Some of the practical writing activities you will be invited to do on this course, and which we encourage you to do as you go on in your business. And by the time you're ready, let's see the difference in what you have learned in the practice. So, write and revise a sample email. I'm going to talk to you about how this course is going to run when we meet. We are going to be setting up groups. We are going to be working in pairs. And this is where you will be able to practicalize some of the things that are here. Edit a memo for clarity and tone. And peer review, if you are working in pairs, you'll be working with one or two people who are in the same area with you. If you are going to be working in groups, you are going to be working across cultures, professional cultures this time. So give and receive feedback from your peers. In summary, professional writing skills module is introducing you to the practice of professional writing. And we insist that writing should be clear, concise, and polite. We are inviting you to tailor your message to the audience. Know who your audience is. Know who you are writing to. If it's an email, who are you writing to? Who are you corresponding with? Know them. Find out about them. And meet your audience at the right point where they can understand your message. And always, always, always proofread before sending your memos, before sending your emails, before sending your reports. Always, always, always proofread. It's important. Some of us are in a hurry. You write it and you think you've written it very well, you send it on. Whereas if you're taking a few moments, just a few seconds to go through, you are thinking about he was, and you change he to they, and then you come up with they was. It's not that you don't know it. It's because of the pattern of thinking while you are composing. But if you read through, you proofread, you will spot simple errors that you have made, and you will correct them. Thank you. We'll be moving on to another module next week. Thank you.